Hey guys, this is Coach Dan. And if you're receiving this video, it means one of two things. One, you either just signed up for boot camp for the first time, or you bought a Beachbody product and I am your coach, and you're getting ready to start that product, you're waiting on it, you're getting excited. So one thing I want to do is start with the basics. Sometimes we don't do that enough. So all this video is going to do is kind of go over some of the basics of what you'll see in boot camp or on the exercise DVDs in terms of basic squat, basic lunge, and basic push-up, plank, position and form. So hopefully it will only take a few minutes, but I want to make sure that you guys understand that you want to do it safely and that it is okay to modify. Whether you're at camp or whether you're doing a workout at home, you need to make sure that you modify until you get the exercise right. Otherwise it's going to lead to injury, you're going to get hurt, and you won't be able to do it. And that defeats the whole purpose of trying to make this a lifestyle change and make this habit. So let's start with the squat. Squat's very basic. It's one of the moves you're going to see in pretty much every workout that you do. It's great for the backside, the quads, the hamstring, for all the lower body. It's going to be one of those those exercises that gives you the complete effect. So when we talk about the squat, I want you to make sure that you focus on feet that are shoulder width apart. I want you to focus, as you picture this wall back here, I'm going to stick my butt out as if I'm putting a hole through the wall, right? But I'm going to keep my chest up. Rule with the squat. Chest always higher than the butt. So you should never be hinged over here. It's like you're sitting down in a chair. Rule number 2, make sure that your knees don't go past your toes. You should be able to see your toes. You should be able to wiggle your toes. That's rule number 3. Weight through the heels. You should not have pressure on your toes. And rule number 4 is make sure when you come down you bring your arms out for balance to make sure that you don't fall over. So it would look something like this. You would drop down, arms would come out, butt goes back, chest stays high, knees don't go past the toes, arms come out for balance, and I can wiggle my toes. You kind of look at it from the side, same thing. When we come down, come out, you see my knees don't go past my toes. Don't know if you can see them wiggling, but they're wiggling. Arms come out for balance, butt gets down. Our goal is obviously to try to get parallel to the ground, but it may be some time before you get that far. So that's your squat. Exercise number 2 is the lunge. The reason I want to emphasize the lunge is because a lot of times this is where people get hurt. You hear the word lunge and you think to yourself, I need to lunge forward. We're going to step forward, yes. We're going to step forward, but rather than lunge, we're going to actually dip. So it's actually going to be a drop. So when we talk about a lunge, we step forward, we drop the knee down. Same rules. Knee doesn't go past the toe, weights through the heel, body's upright, stomach's tight, tuck the pelvis under, drop the knee down, and then push off and explode. And exhale as you come up. Because what happens is we come forward, if we lunge into it and we take our upper body and we push forward, the knee projects past the toe, all the weight's on the toe, which puts all the pressure on the knee. And it doesn't allow the rest of your body to do the work that it's supposed to do, and you end up with knee pain. So if you've been doing lunges, alternating forward lunges for a long time, or walking lunges, and you're constantly dropping, don't get me wrong, there's some lunges that call for that. But for our purpose, I want to make sure that you step and then you dip down. It's going to keep your knees safe, especially as you get started. Third exercise is the plank / push-up. Plank is obviously the high part, the high position of the push-up. So you won't be able to see all of me, I'm sure, but I'm going to come down here and just instruct you with a few rules. 1, make sure that you keep your hands directly below your shoulders. So they're not going to be out here like this, because this is going to cause shoulder injury. We want to make sure that when we're doing the push-up that we're working the proper muscles. We're working the chest muscle, we're working the core. So make sure that those hands are directly below the shoulders. Make sure that your stomach is tight, and that when in the plank position you tuck your pelvis as if you're trying to tuck that pelvis to the rib cage. You're crunching the stomach. We don't want the butt sticking up and out. It's going to cause injury to the lower back. So make sure that you do that. Make sure that your neck is always in line with your spine. You're always stronger when you have proper alignment. Don't dip your head. So none of this and none of this. So I know that if you're at home and you're doing an at-home program, it's hard because you want to look at the TV. Use your ears, especially if you're just in an exercise that calls for a basic push-up. Do it till time runs out, or if you need to look at the TV, drop back, take a break, come to the knees, look at the TV. So your push-up should be hands under your shoulders, and I like to take the fingers, turn them just a little bit inward, And make sure that the elbows are going to project out. We come up on our toes. If you're modifying, you come down on your knees. We tuck our pelvis under, so we're crunching, neck's in line with the spine, and then we lower down, and we push up. Inhaling down, exhaling up. If you're doing that from your knees, same rules apply. You want to keep the hips a little bit forward, but keep it so that the hands are underneath the shoulders. I think that covers the three basic. That talks about the push-up. Obviously, with the plank, you're going to stay in the high position and just hold that. But those are the exercises that you're going to see a lot of as the base, and those are going to keep you strong and keep you safe. If you have any questions, just let me know. One other thing, actually I'll make a different video. Have a great day.